8:38, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Time for the Gang of Four Amigos, brought to you by My Patriot Supply at preparewithmandis.com. Hello, Chris Hand.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Johnny B, Ken.
Hey,
Good
Chris.
morning, boy.
Good morning.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Brother Dan Mandis.
I didn't know that about Phil Donahue.
That his wife's name is Mario?
Yeah, I had no idea that Phil Donahue had, turned.
Yeah.
So, it's Marla. Marlo. Was she that girl?
Yes.
She was that girl.
She was that girl.
Can I tell you, early on, I never really understood that girl. The show?
I didn't try to understand it. I just like to look at her.
Chris, you know what that girl was?
I have no idea. It went right over my head.
Ken, did you ever see a That Girl episode?
Yes. Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked her dresses.
Okay.
I did too.
I thought it was That Girl.
I liked her smile.
Liked her hair.
Her hair is gorgeous.
She's a pretty girl.
Chris,
And
did you?
my condolences to her.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris, did you do the homework episode?
I did.
Today?
I did.
Okay, so for folks who didn't know, I told Chris I wanted him to listen to the song Yours by Post Malone. My challenge was I wanted any man with a daughter to listen to the song Yours by Post Malone and not cry.
Oh, yeah. Now
Because I was driving down the road on my way to work on Friday, and I'm a big Post Malone fan. The more that I hear that album, good Lord. So, and that song came on, had no idea what it was about, and within probably 25 seconds, I was openly weeping. And for the next 3.5 minutes, I was crying. And it came on over the weekend. My wife and I were driving around. I can't even listen to it. I can't. So I wanted you, father of 2 daughters.
Yes.
And a couple of boys, to listen to it and not cry. And by the way, some people actually did do it and took the Yours challenge, Post Malone, listening to that song on his new album. And to a person, they all said that they did cry. So, Chris, are you a heartless bastard and you did not cry, or did you cry?
So we're leaving downtown Nashville, and I told my wife that we had to put it on, and it starts playing, and I hear my wife go, "Oh, my God." And I went, "What?" We hadn't even gotten into it yet. She said, "There's a homeless guy crapping over there." So we paused the song. So we had to pause the song, and we had to regroup. We had to regroup.
That kind of takes the feeling out of the whole experience of listening to Yours.
So the homeless people are critics too.
Oh.
I saw the same.
She doesn't yell out, "Oh my God!" She's not a use the Lord's name in vain type of gal.
Oh.
And so I was like, "What is it? The song's already getting you?" No. There's a homeless guy just.
We saw that
leaving himself over there.
Welcome to Music City.
Where was that?
We had come out of Printer's Alley and turned left.
Okay.
And it's a little park up there.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
That's where I almost got hit by a car that one time.
And, the instrumental hits, and it was, oh my God. I was like, already, she's feeling it.
That's like one note, and she's crying.
No, but then after we regrouped, we listened to it. Yeah, cried like a baby.
Okay.
Cried like a baby.
There you go.
I tried to be tough.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Didn't work.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you. You actually admitted to it.
I
love
have
that.
to. Yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it is a great song.
Yeah, I turned away from my wife and son listening to it.
Did you, Ken? So did you openly weep, or did you just sort of?
I didn't openly weep, but boy, it was tough.
Okay.
It was tough.
I can't even listen to it. It's just a great song. It is a great song. Oh gosh, when my daughter gets married, that's going to be rough. That is going to be rough.
Going to be the one that you dance to?
Probably, because let me think here. Yeah, that would be the one.
Yeah,
because she loves that song too. My wife sent my daughter that song, made my daughter cry. So this is on Post Malone's latest album. Hey, by the way, so where you at with this whole Kamala Harris has been drinking thing?
Oh, I love it.
So
I love it. I heard you said I'm driving in, and Dan's like, "Well, I'm not going to go down that road." I said, "I sure am."
I know you're going to go down that road. Well, I kind of.
I have like a list of videos to play.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing. She always sounds so loopy.
When you put it in the context of alcoholism, it all starts to make sense.
It absolutely makes sense.
It really does.
Joe Biden was dementia-ridden. Kamala Harris is alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah. I get it now.
oh yeah.
Checks out. Checks out.
It does.
Right?
It does.
Oh,
I'm just going to be honest. Well, you'll notice though, she's always got a designated driver. When was the last time you saw Kamala Harris actually drive? Okay, that was funny. That was funny. She's always got a driver because she's running for president. I hate all of you. I'm going home. That was funny. That was topical.
it was very funny, Brother Dan.
Nailed it.
Yes, man.
I've been crushing it all morning.
Did you guys see the videos of her, the Doritos at Sheetz?
Yeah.
Oh,
I played
goodness.
Okay, but did you see that they also put out an email where she said that this is the Harris Waltz campaign put out an email saying when Trump won in 2016, Kamala ate an entire bag of family-sized Doritos and didn't share one chip. Did you see that?
No,
It's an actual email floating around.
seriously.
Yeah, that they sent out to their supporters, and I'm over here. My conspiracy-minded brain went, "Is this a paid sponsorship? Are we witnessing product placement in real time?"
You know, if it is a paid sponsorship, you know they're breaking the law, right?
Well,
Because
Democrats, man.
I know. Checks out. So when you do an ad on the internet, you're supposed to put a little thing that says #ad right at the beginning.
Yes,
I know because I do internet ads. So she would be breaking the law if that is some sort of a whatever, some sort of a paid commercial. And it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I said earlier, so you mean to tell me that before she's going to go speak to a whole bunch of people up close, she's going to eat corn nuts and Doritos.
Yeah.
Two of the stinkiest snack foods there are. Really? You know what? I think what's happening is she wanted to eat the corn nuts and the Doritos to cover up the smell of vodka.
maybe. and the only people she's talking to is paid actors.
That's exactly right. They're paid not to smell her breath.
Listen to this email, though.
I got to stop.
It says, so ALX posted this on Twitter. He's got a big Twitter following. And so it's addressed to him because, they personalize it. Mm-hmm. Harris Waltz. Alex, do you remember how you felt the day after Donald Trump was elected? I do. It was election night for me as well. It was incredibly bittersweet. When I took the stage for my acceptance speech to represent California in the Senate, I tore up my notes. I just said, "We will fight." Then I went home and I sat on the couch with a family-sized bag of nacho Doritos. I did not share one chip with anybody, not even Doug.
Poor Doug.
I just watched the TV with utter shock and dismay. Two things are true 8 years later. I still love Doritos, and we still have not stopped fighting. Tell me how that's not a paid sponsorship.
That is a paid sponsorship.
Yeah.
That is an absolute paid sponsorship.
Also, we're boycotting Doritos now.
You know what? I'll join in that. I'm going to join in the Burritos Doycott.
The Burritos Doycott.
We're going to do the Doycott.
We're not even going to refer to them by the correct name moving
In
forward.
fact,
That's right.
In fact, I'm following Mario Thomas's lead, and I'm going to boycott or doycott the burritos.
We're not even going to refer to them by the correct name.
I've had a tough day, man. I don't know what it is about today. It's just been a little rough. Anyway.
I want to get that tattooed on me. Two things are true 8 years later.
Yeah.
I still love Doritos, and we have still not stopped fighting.
All right, here's what I want to know. So it was corn nuts and Doritos, right?
Yep.
So are they both owned?
By the same company.
By the same company.
Oh, here we go. Let's dive down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
All right, you do Doritos. I'll do corn nuts.
Doritos owned by PepsiCo.
Corn nuts is Hormel.
Damn it.
Son of a gun.
Don't you hate when a conspiracy theory goes south?
It just falls apart in front of you. But corn nuts weren't mentioned. Corn nuts could have been organic.
Well, not in the email, but Doug said, "Oh yeah, here's some corn nuts too."
Maybe she's just taking a jab at her.
Yeah, but he was pointing at her and Walls when he said.
Oh, is she? Maybe Walls is one that wanted the corn nut.
He's just a folksy Midwestern guy.
Yeah,
That's what he is.
I mean, that's
a couple of corn nuts right there.
All right, so I'm going to tread very lightly down this next topic.
I'm sure you will, buddy.
And I'm doing this because no one else has brought content to the table. So I am forced to do this. I am forced to do this. Have you heard the story about Tim Waltz and horses?
Yes, I've heard. I've made underhand slight jokes about it during this segment. Remember the movie Johnny was talking about with the horse?
Horse Whisperer, yeah.
Yeah, and I said, "Is that about Tim Waltz?"
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, well, it was low. It was under the radar.
All right. So here's the deal. I don't believe that's true.
No.
But here's the thing. I believe that if they're going to keep talking about this J.D. Vance and the couch cushions,
Yep.
then it's like Horsegate. We just talk about the horse and Waltz and the horses and how he was doing the waltz with horses.
Part of me feels like that was Democrat Party opposition kind of planting that story so that way it would take attention away from stolen valor and China ties. And
Really? You
tampons in the
think
boys' room. Plant something.
Really? You think that was devised by the Democrats?
Plant something absolutely ridiculous that will
So the knuckleheads like us would bring it out.
Will steal attention away from everything else.
So just so we're clear, I've not brought this up except on this segment. I focus on policy all day long. Policy.
During this segment, we Doycott policy.
Did you do that on purpose? I hate you. Oh, man. What did I say? I said Doycott burritos.
Doycott burritos now, damn it.
Doycott. Join the Doycott. Doycott burritos.
You know what's so funny is I couldn't do that. I wonder if I'm having like a stroke or something. I'm like I couldn't do that again if I tried. Doycott burritos.
Doycott burritos.
There you go. Doycott burritos. Now every time I say the word Doritos, I'm going to say burritos.
There you go.
And when I say we're going to boycott, I'm going to say Doycott. All right.
I feel your pain there, Don.
Other than all this, it's been a great show.
It has.
So
Prices are still too high.
one thing I noticed when she shanked the line.
It worked to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
It was not only the price gauging on food, but it was how she said food at the end. You know what I mean? It was like, I know that I shanked this line, and so now I'm going to take it out on the last word of the line.
The first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
That's the alcohol.
Food? Is that the alcohol?
She's got a touch of the hiccups there at the end.
She either needs more or less alcohol, and I'm not sure which one it is.
Both could be true.
Got a bad case of the pickups.
Can you guys do that like without writing it down? Because when I try to do something like that, I always mess it up. So did you do that like without writing it down, Ken?
I have not written a thing this morning, as you can tell by going back to every cast I've done. Especially whenever it came to the late Phil Donahue's wife.
You guys remember what I used to say all the time? Father Mucker?
Whoa!
And it makes everybody uncomfortable when I do that.
Yeah,
because everybody knows. See, you know what I do, though? I write it down every time. I write just to make sure, because somewhere Amy is like, oh, God, don't do that again. Because she knows, everybody knows, that I'm a disaster waiting to happen.
Man, that
has happened on
dangerous
occasion.
territory right there, boy.
I only did it once, and I wrote it down to make sure that I was cool. Don't try this at home. But if I keep doing it, there may be an opening on the morning show. I'm not sure.
And you'll be trying it at home.
Man,
I'll be walking around my house in my bathrobe, just like I thought I was going to say fun. See, I don't want to do it now. See, now you guys spooked me, man. You guys spooked me.
We're spooked too, Dan.
By the way, also, Also, I also have made the proclamation.
And I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
Is that
I didn't notice that at first, and now it's going to be something I can't unhear.
I don't know if she's an alcoholic, but as I said earlier, if I have to listen to that voice for 4 years, I will become one.
Yes, we all will.
That'll be the only business thriving in America.
Yes.
And then
yes, it will.
And then I'll make a lot more sense. Once I start really truly drinking in the morning, I'll make a lot more sense. And that's going to happen if Kamala Harris becomes president. Lord help us.
And we'll do bits at the bread line.
We will. We'll do bits at the bread line.
But not where Chris and his wife were driving this week.
No. Please, no.
We had, I saw a guy taking a crap in Hermitage. Oh. Yeah, Amy and I were going to dinner, and it was the same thing. Amy's like, oh, look. And I'm like, what? She's like, there's a guy. She's like, slows down so that I could take a good look.
Oh, I'm like, take a gander over there, Dan.
Like, just slow down. He's right there. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Come to Nashville. See the sights.
Goodness.
And you know, he looked like a guy that would be crapping on the sidewalk.
Nashville, Tennessee. At least we're not Memphis.
But we're getting there really quickly.